Hey guys, welcome back to Free Cake. We're rolling right along with Yu Yu Hakusho month. Today, we'll be focusing on the other badass of Shirayashiki Junior High.
A mulberry is a tree, Kuwabara is a man, and I'll prove it. We all have to die when our time comes, but if we do our duty, we don't got regrets. So taste a little piece of my sword, Tagoro.
How is that not one of the most badass things you have ever heard? I didn't really have cable as a kid, so I grew up mostly reading the manga rather than watching the anime. Imagine my surprise when he was nowhere to be seen after the chapter Black arc, but that's another video for another time. Kuwabara isn't the prettiest member of Team Urameshi, but he's certainly the purest. I would even go as far as to say he's the most underrated character in the series. So that inspired me to go with another underrated meat, at least in American terms. This is the Kazuma chop, center-cut pork chop with spring chutney, root vegetable risotto, and glazed dill carrots. Just like Kuwabara, this dish might look intimidating, but it is really very sweet. Just like we did with the Urameshi skewers, we're going to marinate this meat, sear it, and then finish it off in the oven. This is everything you'll need for your marinade. You'll need a tablespoon each of Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and your apple cider vinegar. Use your seasonings and herbs to your discretion. It's very important to score the fat of your pork chop. This will keep it from curling up when you sear it. And don't forget to salt it before you marinate it. Completely and liberally coat your pork in the marinade. Seriously, don't be stingy. Chill for at least 30 minutes. Use this downtime to prepare all your fruits and vegetables for this dish, because you'll need to work quickly once your pork chops are in the oven. For your risotto, you're going to need half of an onion, 1 turnip, 1/4 of a daikon radish, and ginger root. It doesn't matter what size you cut them, as long as you cut them all evenly. And mince your ginger. The only thing you need to do with your baby carrots is cut them in half and blanch them off. Don't forget to soak them in cold water once they become fork tender, otherwise they'll be overdone. At this stage, the only thing you need to do with your bean sprouts is rinse them thoroughly. This is the best time to start on your chutney. You're going to need 2 shallots. Remember, they don't need to be a specific size, but they need to be the same size. Do the same with your peaches. Whether you buy your peaches frozen or fresh, they break down when cooked, so you don't have to be terribly neat. Caramelize your shallots on high heat, along with minced ginger, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, orange zest, and a half cup of brown sugar. Remember, it doesn't take long for fruit to cook, so lower your heat to medium low, and cook your peaches until they start to sweat. I chose to use fresh raspberries, but if you don't like seeds, you can use raspberry preserves. At this point, you'll find yourself asking, Hardy, if Kuwabara is a man, why not use mulberries? I searched every grocery store, specialty store, ethnic grocery store in town, even Amazon, and this was the cheapest I found. So I made do with a cup of raspberries instead. Look at that color. Doesn't it remind you of Kuwabara's hair? Just remember to be gentle with it. Add a little bit of water or lemon juice if it dries out. The best thing about this chutney is it can be served hot or cold. Now I know risotto sounds scary, but once you break it down, it's a very easy method that you can use over and over. There are 3 basic things you need for risotto. Liquid, which in this case is 2½ cups of water, 1/2 cup of beef stock, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. The next thing you need is anything besides the rice going into your risotto, and make sure that it's sweat thoroughly before you add your rice. In this case, it's the white root vegetables and ginger from earlier. The last thing risotto absolutely needs is arborio rice. Arborio rice is a short grain, very starchy rice that gives risotto its soup-like consistency. When a chef refers to the risotto method, it means rather than pouring in all the water at once and letting the rice steep, they pour about 2 to 3 ounces of their cooking liquid into their rice and stir until it's fully absorbed. Then pouring more in and repeating the process until the rice is tender. Since you're already at your stove, you might as well go ahead and sear your pork chops. If you're feeling brave, go ahead and sear them while your risotto is cooking, but if not, just wait till your risotto is finished and keep it warm. Just like with the urameshi skewers, sear your pork on high heat on a hot pan. Baste your pork chop as it sears, for about 2 minutes each side. Finish off your pork chops at 400 for 7 minutes, or until you reach an internal temperature of 145. Finally, we reach our final veggie, our carrots and bean sprouts. With your carrots already blanched, all you need to do is caramelize them. Season them with salt, dried orange peel, and dill. Once they get a lovely brown color, go ahead and add your bean sprouts. Luckily, they don't take long to cook because we're just about to wrap this up. Don't forget to let your meat rest for 10 minutes. I developed this recipe not only keeping Kuwabara's salty and sour but sweet personality in mind, but his tendency towards white clothes and white t-shirts in the Dark Tournament and Chapter Black arcs. No matter how you try to hack it, Kuwabara is always there to hack it harder, even if they did leave him out of the last couple of episodes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel, and any suggestions are welcome. Don't forget that Free Cake is on Instagram and Tumblr. The links are below. Stay weird, lovelies, and happy eating.